All right, here we go. It's July, I think July 16th or 17th, and I almost tried to skip this 2 weeks, and I'm so glad I didn't. You will see how wild the garden is after 2 weeks of growth. Look at this. It is so beautiful. Cucumbers, I think it's a national pickling. With these nasturtiums everywhere. This, I believe, is going to be the Kajari melon. Oh, no, that's a cucumber. There you go, a little cucumber there. This is going to be the Kajari melon. And I'm really excited about that because we never got the cantaloupe. On this side, I have my purple beans coming in. They're beautiful. But I noticed over here, look at these leaves are already getting like a mildew. There's some more beans. They're really pretty, but they're not thriving here. I don't know. This is where I had the gourds last year that got mildew. I don't know if that means that the net retains that. If that's true, I mean, look at this. This really, and this was where I had the worst wilt. So I think that's what it's called, or whatever it's called when it gets this mildew. This is the yellow squash. There's a few of these that were picked, and those will hopefully will be next week's. The slugs look better because I can see all these healthy flowers, but I still probably have some damage. Oh, I forgot to tilt the camera the other way this time. Look at these shishito peppers. This is one of the first things I saw when I came in. I'm really excited about those. I'll have to remember to pick those tomorrow. And I have tomatoes coming in everywhere. Those are ground cherries. I'll pick some of those, try them out. Up here you can see the kale and the Swiss chard, and the Brussels sprouts are starting to look better. A lot of that kale, those collards, I think I have to pick and do something with. They're going to start losing their flavor, I think. Look at this. This was a really fun surprise. Patty Pan squash. Is that beautiful? It is so pretty. But what I've learned is these plants are massive. Really massive. This is 2 plants right here. I don't know if you can quite take in how huge space this is taking up. It is about 2 by 6 feet. Here's the basil kind of hanging on. It's getting shaded out here by my zucchini, so I'm going to trim all this back. That's my lone tomatillo, which I don't think is going to blossom. My pepper patch I can see here is just getting a little bit of shade on this side, so maybe not doing as well as you would hope, but you can just kind of take it all in. Look at this. Look at these zucchinis popping out. I mean, this is lush, if I could think of a positive. The tomatoes are strong, and look, you won't believe how many tomatoes some of these plants have on them. This zucchini plant has been pumping out these round zucchinis. I think it's done like 5 or 6 this week. They look great. The one that was staked up, the problem about staking them up is going to be that by the time I come back 2 weeks later, you see how curved it is. It was staked up, and now this. So it's going to be in a continual, I think to stake them, you almost have to be there more often. I'm going to have to figure out what to do about this. Do I want it to fall over on itself like that? Do I want to try to bring it back up? I have to figure it out. This zucchini here looks like it has vine borer, or I don't know, but yeah, you can see that it had a lot. I tried last time it was wrapped in the athletic tape, but you can see how small that is. And I should have put more on it, and it got killed there. But I think what we're learning is that I think this athletic tape is, actually this is probably about the time when, that worm right there. I don't know. I'm just going to take notes. I was going to say that it's doing better this year with the athletic tape, but then now I realize maybe this is just the time when the vine borer starts to show itself. So I'm going to do some research. I'm going to really try to keep these healthy. They're really fun. They're huge. Look at this. But they are too big. So it would be good to figure something out and get rid of some of these. So if some of these die, I'm not going to be too upset about it. I'll go on record saying that. Look at this plant of tomatoes. I cannot believe how many tomatoes are on here. This is Goliath. This Look at this. Look at this whole branch. I'm going to have to stake this up somehow today. Just filled. I mean, I guess that's going to be some variety of cherry tomato. It's amazing. Never seen anything like it. They're huge cherry tomatoes if they're cherries. Oops, this poor zucchini. Down here, I was just stepping on it. It's not going to last, poor thing. The marigolds, you know what? These are the marigolds I did from seed. They came in the right size. The zinnias are looking good. Calendula here, I just did a few of these. I have a lot less flowers. Like, I wish I had some in here. But it is really pretty. I mean, I guess I do have it right next to it. Look at these nasturtium. The forget-me-nots. A few bachelor buttons there. So, yeah, I guess maybe this is the right number. Eggplant not doing great. Trying to thrive, though. I'm going to have to get them some more sun. You can see one hiding over there. Some back here that need more sun. This one actually is doing pretty well. I mean, I guess maybe it gets sun at other times a day. Look at these tomatoes. They're so beautiful. Let's see, what kind is this? This is Golden Jubilee. These are going to be beautiful yellow tomatoes. And this over here is the Black Prince. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Look at that. Wow. Lots of tomatoes in there. I was starting to feel a little worried like we weren't getting blossoms, but there's a lot going on in there. I guess I'll have to really trim these back more. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't state at the beginning. This is the pre-cleanup tour. Look at that. They're just gorgeous. Let's see, what kind is this? These are beefsteak. Big, strong plants. I'm really pleased with how they came in. This is my sun sugar. I was hoping to have some cherries by now, but you know, it has been really rainy. This was that. I think these are going to be cherry tomatoes. These are definitely grape tomatoes. Look at this plant, though. It's so. I thought I had trimmed these enough, but they're going to really need to be trimmed back more. Look at those, though. These cherry tomatoes. I think this is going to be cherry tomatoes. Look at these. I mean, they're just growing, and then you can see they're growing back into the woods. You know, it's just the plants have gotten a little out of control. But they're healthy. They really are. They look pretty good. All right, I wish I could I think I'm messing up this focus, but I wish it was doing a more autofocus. Here is the zucchini plant. A lot was picked from here. You can see, though, some are rotting on the vine there. I don't know if those didn't get fertilized or what we need to do here, but I'll kind of keep an eye on this one. You can see totally overgrowth the path, so look how pretty this is with the forget-me-nots and the nasturtium. And then look at these beans. They're enormous. I'm going to probably let those stay there for next year's seeds, because I don't think we can eat that anymore, but aren't these pretty? I bet that hummingbird is coming back here and enjoying these. And then this was a really fun surprise. Look at that. The delicata squash. Just hiding in here. So I'm going to try to clean up this plant and give it somewhere to go. It is a little, I don't know if this is just like a white patterning it gets, or if this is a problem that I need to look into. So this was the little patch of mustard and kale that I planted. It's looking really good. It must be getting just enough light. We'll see how it does. I mean, it was kind of a throwaway space, so if it gives anything, I'll be happy with it. Here's another view of back the jungle. This, I'm gonna have to figure out what plant this is coming from. That's how big everything's gotten. Here's another cucumber. And how tangled it has all gotten. I just have to trace back these vines from their origin to see what I have back here. But this should be an acorn squash, a honey nut squash back there, and then 2 pumpkins. There's some more purple beans. I think these are cucumbers of all different kinds. I'm gonna have to, here's a cucumber. Another nasturtium. I'm gonna have to dig through all of it. Oh, there's a little hider back there. So yeah, there's real fruit here. This is awesome. It's so fun to like come back here and dig through it to see what grew this week. There's some more purple beans. Here is a tangle of lemon cucumbers, and look at these dragon tongues. These don't seem to be climbing. I bought these dragon tongues and bought the climbing kind. I think I actually have the bush kind because these don't seem to be going anywhere. It's too bad that they're back here where they're not getting enough sun because they're really pretty beans. This is going to be a cucumber, a lemon cucumber. I'll have to see what's going on here. These should be some cucumbers. I don't know why they're not going up yet. Let's take a look. All right, this is a poinsettia. Looks like this one got a little damaged here on the ground, so we'll tie him up. I'll have to get my ties. And this, yeah, I think it's just a tangle back here. I think it's just not getting much light. They don't know where to go. Let's give them a chance. The nasturtiums are beautiful, even though I think I planted too many. This should be a Chinese noodle bean. Hopefully we'll get just a few. It'd be pretty to see them hanging down this way. And this is the cucamelon. A lot of growth this week. Not necessarily the growth in the direction I thought, but hey, it's here all day. It must know better than I do where the sun is. So I'm just going to try to pull him through the netting back there, so it grows on this side. And then this is the cold weather garden coming to its end, but there's some fun surprises. The watermelon, I can't believe it's hanging on. I really should have pulled these radishes. These watermelon radishes just really didn't do anything. I think I must have planted them too late. I'll have to check the date on when I planted those and figure that out. But and plant them earlier next year because they really didn't do much at all. Oh, here's one that got rooted up. See, they're not that big. What is this not? There we go. Yeah, so I don't know why that didn't work, but we'll learn from it. Here are some more turnips. The turnip mashed potatoes I did half mashed potatoes, half turnips. They were awesome. Definitely would do again. It looks like I'll get my chance. A lot of them here. These beets, oh, okay, maybe something on that one. They're not getting much light. I'm hoping once I cut the rest of this stuff back, maybe they will. This was just for seeds, but oh my goodness, is it taking up a lot of space. But if I could get a stake and stake them up, I can do something. I don't think I'm doing a good job filming that part. These look like my kohlrabis. Let's see, am I getting any heads on these? Looks like something. Let's ask my mom what hers, I think she ate hers by now, to find out what those tasted like. I think I saw in here, yeah, look how beautiful. My 4 o'clocks are gonna start coming in. There's just a few peas. Oh, there's a big wasp. A few peas left. We'll take those off. They were delicious. Definitely want to work on getting more peas next year. This is my second thing of basil. I'm gonna have to really figure this out because it needs way more sun. So if I'm gonna want enough basil to eat all those tomatoes. Actually, note to self, I need to buy a basil plant because we're not gonna have as much as I would want. Yeah. All right, some nasturtium with the sage. Cilantro starting to go to seed. Huh, look at that. What a pretty yellow the nasturtium turns when it wilts out. I'll have to see why that one's on the ground in there. Figure it out a little bit. This kale is doing really well. It's shaded over here and seems pretty happy. This lettuce, as you can see, is getting really straggly. I'll have to pull that out. Now this totally surprised me. I wasn't sure what this was and I thought it was cabbage. It's broccoli. Let me get look at that. Look at that, broccoli. Who would have guessed? I mean, definitely not the right time for broccoli. I'm gonna let it sprout some more, but I was really surprised and excited to see that. There's a few of those last peas. All right. So there it is. This is, see this side? I'll just kind of walk through. Thanks for coming on my little walkthrough and hunt with me here. It's fun to see what's happening. So I will now clean it up and tie everything, and I'll take another video. Show you what I've done, and hopefully not too much damage. But it does look like what I was worried about last week about hurting these squash definitely didn't. We've gotten like 5 or 6 squash off the plant that I moved. And as we can see, if I wouldn't have, there'd be like no way to walk through here. Okay, I wish I would have focused on filming and as I walked through instead of talking, but lesson learned.
Elia said you're doing a great job.
Here are the girls swimming.
Doing a great job.
All right. Oh yeah, there's the sunflower must be, I bet that's almost 6 feet tall now. See it up there. Oh, the carrot patch. Carrots are getting really shaded out by all these flowers. I should have known that. And the squash there overgrowing. I'll have to get in there and see what we have, but these carrots are going to have to be tough to last. But yeah, look at the difference here on these leaves. I'll have to double check the purple beans in the longer trellis, but get these over here. Oh, this is the tomato I thought would die for sure. It's still right here. It's I don't see any blossoms, but it's here. All right. Thanks for watching with me. Have a great day.